You know, so many people have asked me, in all seriousness, if you can really take a submarine to sea, right? Oh yeah, of course you can. And what happens when, even though the submarine's obviously full of holes, when you go deep enough, the water pressure forces the wood beams closer to watertight. And I've actually had people say, oh, that's really interesting. That's fascinating. It really works, hey? Yeah. But isn't it kind of small? Yes, but when you get underwater, like everything's pressurized, you see, so it just fits.
Yeah, okay, it's time to go.
I never dreamed of being an outlaw. Growing up in Dark Cove, a tiny fishing village in northern Newfoundland, I dreamed of faraway places and exciting adventures. My grandfather thought differently. He said I'd be a fisherman when I grew up, just like everybody else. What do you do exactly? I asked. Well, we get up early, that's the first thing. And we have fish for breakfast, that's always a good idea. Then we go down to the wharf, start the motors, check the oil, discuss the weather, and decide where to fish that day. How long do you fish? All day. Then we come back, put the fish in the ice house, clean up the boats, and go home. Then what do you do? And then we have supper, usually fish. Sometimes fish cakes. Once in a while, your grandmother makes a great fish stew. And then? Then we sit around and talk about the day, the weather, how many fish we caught that day. And then? And the next day? The next day is the same. And the next? The same. It's pretty much always the same. You'll see soon enough. Don't worry, you'll make a good fisherman. It's in your blood. All night I tossed and turned. In the morning I went to see my grandfather. I don't want to be a fisherman, I said. What? Of course you do. It's in your blood. I don't think it's in my blood. I can't feel it. My grandfather laughed. It's not something you can feel. It just is. But I feel something else in my blood. Do you now? What's that? I think I'm an explorer. An explorer? Yes. Gee, I think everything's pretty much explored already. Really? I think so, yeah. Except maybe the ocean. I went down to the ocean and skipped some stones. It didn't make sense to be an explorer if everything had already been explored. But surely there were mountains no one had ever climbed, and deserts, and plains no one had ever crossed, and islands no one had ever set foot upon. Surely there were creatures no one had ever seen, like three-legged beasts and seven-legged bugs. I mean, if a snake had one leg, and a monkey two, a dog 4, starfish 5, a ladybug 6, and an octopus 8, why wouldn't there be creatures with 3 and 7 legs? I mean, there were birds that swam underwater, fish that flew, frogs that lived in trees, and pigs that lived underground. Who could say that everything had been discovered? Besides, my grandfather was just a fisherman, not an explorer. Perhaps only an explorer could believe in things not yet found.